over there already? Yeah. But I don't see them yet. Oh, that is her. Yeah. Evaristo is up there in the blue. In the blue. Yep, that's Evaristo. Imagine, he's so cute. get our yellow mask for later? I think he dropped something. Oh, I don't. I won't. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we'll have to do something for Teresa. Yeah, we got to do something, but, take care of it. I should sit down with you. Yeah, but the girl told me to stand here and then I sit.
Oh, what happened? Uh-oh. Did someone fall? Oh, it's all continuing, Ed. I think that's it. Good evening, graduates, parents of graduates, children of graduates, family, friends, special guests, faculty, and staff. Welcome to Santiago Canyon College's 22nd Annual Commencement Ceremony, the first in history at Angel Stadium, where today we celebrate the graduating class of 2021 and the graduating class of 2020. I am Jose Vargas, interim president of Santiago Canyon College, and it is indeed my honor to officiate this ceremony. As a courtesy, we ask that you please silence your cell phones. And at this time, we will have the presentation of the colors by the United States Army Color Guard. If you are able, please stand. And gentlemen, please remove your hats or caps. Our national anthem will be sung by SEC student Nicole Muntin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ms. Muntin, for your wonderful rendition of the national anthem. And now, as part of our celebration, we ask that you remain standing for the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing by Santiago Kenyon College and Santa Ana College faculty member and gospel recording artist, Edward Clark.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let all rejoicing rise as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark path has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
You may now take your seats. Thank you, Mr. Clark, for your wonderful rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing. And a special thank you to the Orange Army Recruiting Station, United States Army Color Guard. I now have the pleasure to make the formal introductions of those who are gathered here to participate in this event. I will begin with our presenters and other members of the platform party. As I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Chancellor of the Rancho Santiago Community College District, Marvin Martinez. President of the Rancho Santiago Community College District Board of Trustees, Philip Yarbrough. Vice President of the Santiago Canyon College Academic Senate, Mike Taylor. Valedictorian, Carlos Cruz. Continuing Education Student Speaker, Evaristo Salinas. Interim President of Santa Ana College, Dr. Marilyn Flores. Vice President of Administrative Services, Dr. Arlene Satali. Vice President of Continuing Education, Dr. James Kennedy. Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs, Martin Stringer. Professor of English, Rick Adams. President of SCC Associate Student Government, Henry Gardner. Curriculum Specialist, Ana Isabel Garcia. Professor of Counseling and Articulation Officer, Leonor Aguilera. And not sitting on stage, I'd like to also recognize Vice President of Student Services, Syed Rizvi. And now, I draw your attention to the first base dugout, where in attendance are the elected representatives of our communities who provide dedicated service and direction to Santiago Canyon College, our sister institution, Santa Ana College, and the many continuing and community education programs that comprise the Rancho Santiago Community College District. Members of the Board of Trustees, as I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Vice President of the Board, Dr. Tina Arias Miller. Clerk of the Board, Trustee David Crockett. Trustee Zeke Hernandez. Trustee Lawrence Larry Labrado. Trustee Sal Tinajero. And Student Trustee Mariano Cuellar. I now draw your attention to the third base dugout, where in attendance are individuals who provide leadership at Santiago Canyon College and throughout the Rancho Santiago Community College District. As I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Vice Chancellor of Educational Services, Enrique Perez. Interim Vice Chancellor of Business Operations and Fiscal Services, Adam O'Connor. Assistant Vice Chancellor of Human Resources, Alistair Winter. And incoming Santiago Canyon College President, Dr. Pamela Ralston. I would also like to acknowledge the members of SCC's Foundation who are in attendance. President of SCC's Foundation and President Circle Member, Larry Cohn. Foundation Board Member, Bill Underwood. Foundation Board Member and President Circle Member, Valeria Venegas. Development Coordinator of the Office of College Advancement and President Circle Member, Karen Bustamante. President Circle Member, David Bustamante. And President Circle Member, Christine Gascon. Thank you all for joining us. Graduates, let me be one of the first to congratulate you on your accomplishments. As we all know, commencement is a special occasion for everyone, particularly for those students who are the first in their families to graduate. We recognize that many of you have overcome significant obstacles to reach this milestone, and as such, this graduation ceremony serves as an affirmation of your dedication, resiliency, and family support. Graduates, please join me in acknowledging the many family members and friends who are here with you today in celebration of this special event. Their support and commitment to you has made a difference and has been instrumental in your being here today. For that, let's give them a huge hand of applause. Now, I would like to ask SCC faculty, staff, and administrators to stand and be recognized for their outstanding work. Can you please stand? For their outstanding work, continued support, and dedication to the success of all of our students. Without this group, our graduates, your graduates, would not be sitting here today. Let's give them a hand of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. SCC is indeed very proud of our students. In the 20 years that SCC has been an accredited college, more than 12,807 students have transferred to 570 different colleges and universities, which include all of the UCs, Cal States, and private universities such as USC, Penn State, Cornell, Stanford, Yale, and Harvard. Last year, due to the onset of a deadly pandemic, we were not able to formally celebrate the graduating class of 2020, but we promised that eventually we would. Tonight, we make good on that promise and will honor degree and diploma earners from the class of 2021 and the class of 2020. In total, tonight we will honor 505 students who earned their Associate of Science or Associate of Arts degree, and 54 students who earned their high school diploma or equivalency. It is now with great pleasure that I introduce our President of the Board of Trustees, who will speak to our graduating class on behalf of the entire board. President Yarborough has served as an elected member for over 24 years and has been a staunch advocate for our district and its students, and is committed to expanding educational opportunities within the communities we serve. Ladies and gentlemen, Board of Trustees President Philip Yarborough.
Thank you, President Vargas. Graduates of 2020 and 2021, you're graduating from college today. Congratulations. They say the wise seek knowledge. You have sought knowledge, and you're wise to have done so. But with knowledge comes responsibility in applying that knowledge. To use your judgment to discern between right and wrong, good and bad, truth and lie, and divine and evil. Not to simply regurgitate what you've heard, but to use reason to interpret what you've heard, to judge for yourself what was said, come to your own conclusion, and then stand for your convictions. We're in a critical moment in our history of our country. The critical nature of this moment is that there are some in our nation today that want to redefine who we are. But there are some truths that are undeniable. We are a republic and a democracy. We have the freedom to worship God, the freedom to work for others or to work for yourself. We demand justice for everybody. We believe in the mutual respect for all people. We respect those who peacefully demonstrate. We love the right to defend ourselves, and we support our police force. we enjoy liberty, and we respect our nation's flag. But there are some in our country that oppose this, and they'll try to intimidate you into silence. Fear of speaking the truth only results in enabling those who ultimately seek to oppress you. So be bold to speak the truth no matter what. No matter if they hurl insults at you, no matter if they delete your Twitter account or ban you from Facebook, no matter if they fire you from your job, or even if they tell you you can't get on an airplane or passenger boat. Class of 2020 and 2021, you are the leaders of tomorrow. I'll be dead in 30 years, probably, and so will most of the people on this platform. Sorry, guys. But you will still be around. You will lead. You will lead your family, and you will lead our nation. Have the character to use your wisdom and knowledge to do what is right and good, to seek the divine, and to stand for truth. Martin Luther King said, "I look to the day when people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character." Have the wisdom and knowledge to speak the truth. You now have that wisdom and knowledge to speak the truth. Now have the character and the boldness to act. Be courageous and stand for truth.
Thank you, Board President Yarbrough. My President's address tonight is brief, and for the graduating class of 2021 and class of 2020. All of you have worked long and hard to be here tonight. You've juggled the pandemic, work, and family obligations to complete your academic goals at Santiago Canyon College. Now, today, we, everyone here, celebrate you, a day to recognize your unwavering commitment to your education in pursuit of a brighter future. So enjoy the special day, as you deserve every single minute of it. I ran some quick combined stats about you, the class of 2021 and class of 2020. At the conclusion of this 2-year period, your combined classes will have earned 3,880 degrees and diplomas. 1,062 of you have or will be transferring to a California State University. 659 of you have or will be transferring to a University of California. Stephen Besnay is the oldest graduate among you and is 65 years of age. Annabelle Chen is the youngest graduate among you and is 15 years of age. 34 of you are 18 years of age or younger. The majority, 68.6 of you, are female. Among you are 79 sets of relatives that include siblings and cousins, and 11 pairs of twins. And 16 of you are military veterans. Because of your accomplishments, today is certainly brighter than yesterday. The very fact that you are part of this audience tonight means that we as educators and you as students have each done our part. After tonight's ceremony, you will have earned many rights and privileges. But with those rights and privileges also come many awesome responsibilities and demands. But don't fear, the very fact that you have completed your studies is an indicator that the past years have prepared you to accept those responsibilities and to meet those demands. Certainly, that is the hope of the faculty and staff of our college. Just remember that as you say farewell to the program that you have just completed, you also say hello to new challenges and opportunities. I challenge you to grab hold of those opportunities and take what you have learned at SCC and use it. Use it now and throughout your lives to build that bright and shining future. Certainly, it is the hope of everyone here that your journey be straight and true and alive with vibrant promise, and that your destination be golden and full of happiness. Also, never forget that as a Santiago Canyon College alum, the college will always be here for you. So on behalf of Santiago Canyon College faculty, staff, and administrators, I commend each and every one of you for your resilience, your perseverance, and your dedication in the face of adversity. And I wish much success and happiness to you, the class of 2021 and the class of 2020. Give yourselves a round of applause. And now I welcome Vice President of Continuing Education, Dr. James Kennedy, who will introduce our first student speaker.
Thank you, Interim President Vargas. The Santiago Canyon College Continuing Education High School speaker is selected by faculty and staff who identify students who have not only excelled in the classroom, but have shown grit and determination in obtaining their diploma. The obstacles they have overcome are many, but do not stop these students from completing their academic goals. The student speaker tonight for Santiago Canyon College's high school diploma program is Evaristo Salinas. Evaristo started in our English as a second language program in 2007. Evaristo enjoyed learning English and continued his studies in our adult basic education program. Tonight, Evaristo is celebrating earning his high school diploma. Evaristo is a champion of not only starting programs, but finishing them. His tenacity, dedication, and strong work ethic have propelled him through our continuing education programs and into our college programs. This spring, Evaristo started taking courses in business at Santiago Canyon College. He is the first person in his family to attend college. We congratulate him on all his accomplishments. Please welcome the student speaker for the graduating class of 2021, Evaristo Salinas.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Evaristo Salinas. I'm honored to represent the graduating class of 2021 and share the hurdles and encouragement that got me here today. In May 2007, I decided to pursue the American dream and come to the United States. My only goal was to learn English. I never expected myself to be standing in front of you giving a graduating speech. In Mexico, I only attended school through the 6th grade. I'm thankful for those 6 years of education. I took ESL classes at Chapman Side Learning. I took ESL classes in the morning with teacher Lisa Santana and an adult basic education class in the afternoon with Mrs. Cursil. In the ABE class, I learned a little more of history and math. I struggled with that because it was difficult to catch on to the language. Finding the right mindset was challenging too, since I had no one support me here in the United States. About 4 years ago, I decided to earn my high school diploma. I needed all 160 credits. Finish all the classes was rough. Giving up would have been the easy way out. I'm very grateful for my parents because they raised me as a warrior. Growing up in Mexico, I didn't have much, and that has made me ambitious for my dreams. As time went on, I began to believe more and more in myself. Our high school classroom walls are filled with pictures of students who have already graduated. Those pictures inspire me, and I ask myself, well, my picture would be on the wall. I knew it was going to be difficult, but not impossible. After 4 years of working and going to school, I did it. I got my high school diploma. It was an unforgettable milestone for me. I have gone from knowing absolutely no English, completing high school, to attending college. Currently, I am enrolled Santiago Canyon. I just finished my first semester, and I am the first person in my family to go to college. When COVID-19 pandemic hit, it was tough finding motivation and maneuvering through technology, since I didn't have any computer skills. It was difficult for me to complete the assignments, homeworks on the computer. I struggled understanding my teachers and getting the hang on the new assignments and schedules. I missed the one-on-one help I was used to receive in classroom. I fought through all those obstacles, and with the help of my high school teachers, assistants, and counselors, I finished all my online classes. In 2020 and 2021, I have learned a lot of new technology skills. Fortunately, it appears like things are getting better, and I hope next semester we can continue classes in person. In life, sometimes we face obstacles, but we might face them with courage and determination. Sometimes we learn even from the worst situation. For example, this pandemic has taught us many things, but we have gotten through it together. Life is a process, so we should never stop learning. Every day is an opportunity to learn from something or someone. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, I would like to take this occasion to give my sincerest gratitude to my teachers, the teacher assistants, counselors, the administration staff, and the Board of Trustees for your support and patience. We wouldn't be here today without all the hard work you do every day. We owe part of our success to you. You are very valued. And lastly, I congratulate the class of 2021 for all your tireless work and determination in accomplishing our high school diploma. I wish you all the best in your next adventures. Congratulations.
Thank you, Evaristo Salinas. And now, please join me in welcoming Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs, Martin Stringer, who will introduce our 2021 Valedictorian.
Thank you, Interim President Vargas. Santiago Canyon College selects its valedictorian based on several criteria: grade point average, leadership, community service, honors, and awards. First, all students selected for consideration have earned the highest GPAs among SCC students. The selection committee then evaluates each candidate for on-campus leadership, community service, honors, and awards. The final phase is an interview by the selection committee. SCC congratulates all of the valedictorian candidates. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the 2021 valedictorian, Carlos Cruz. Mr. Cruz works on campus as a student assistant for the SCC bookstore, while also maintaining employment with the City of Orange as a lifeguard and swim instructor, a job he has held since high school. He has a deep interest in the national park system, having visited many in the past few years, with Joshua Tree being one of his favorite places, and he hopes to return soon. Mr. Cruz has been a very active student on the SCC campus. He completed the Student Success Certificate offered through SCC's First Year Support Center and was an SCC Promise Scholarship recipient. In the fall, Mr. Cruz plans to transfer to California State University Long Beach in pursuit of a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology with a concentration in exercise science. He hopes to one day serve his community as a physical therapist. Mr. Cruz is a wonderful example of someone who has achieved incredible success at SCC. He attributes his strong work ethic and desire to achieve his goals to his mother, father, and sisters, and the countless hours of dedication they have all shown in support of their family business. He wants to recognize and give thanks to the EOPS program at SCC, with special thanks to the EOPS counselor for her guidance and support that she and the program has provided. SCC will always be remembered as a place that gave Mr. Cruz an opportunity to continue his education through the Promise Scholarship. He is a fierce advocate and supporter of equal education for all, regardless of citizenship status. This past year has shown Mr. Cruz that life is precious and is often too short. Therefore, every second on this earth should be valued. Mr. Cruz represents the very best of the student success stories at Santiago Canyon College. Please join me in welcoming the 2021 valedictorian, Carlos Cruz.
Good evening, honored guests, esteemed faculty, parents, and fellow graduates. On behalf of the 2020 and 2021 graduating class, I would like to thank the faculty, staff, and administration for their considerable aid provided to the student body during the pandemic. We are thankful to the professors who have been understanding and have been helpful to their students during this difficult time. To the parents and family members of this graduating class who have been supportive and encouraging every step of the way, we are most grateful. My fellow graduates, as you prepare to move forward in your journey, whether you will be transferring to a four-year institution or preparing to join the workforce, I hope that your experience at Santiago Canyon College will continue to inspire you along the path to your goals. At this moment, proud of our accomplishment, it is essential to recognize the perseverance and dedication you have put into reaching this goal. I know that this moment seemed impossible, juggling work and school, supporting your family, perhaps being the first in your family to go to college. All of this is hectic during normal times, but on top of a pandemic, it is unimaginably stressful. Amazingly, you found a way to navigate those challenges, and I do not doubt that this graduating class will accomplish great things in the future and help our community grow stronger. When starting here at SCC, we were given a clean slate, as our past grades and merits did not define the chances of our success here. For me, this was an excellent opportunity to change the habits I had developed and challenge myself to push past any obstacle that came my way, just like you have done. I approached SCC with the mindset of getting in, getting out, and never looking back. But I quickly grew to admire our campus as my perspective of what a community college has to offer transformed. I learned that people from different walks of life constantly push themselves to be the best they can. This challenged my assumptions about others and privilege, for we are all facing our own unique demons. I also learned that the amount of time you take to reach a goal does not matter, because a person who is doing everything they can to further themselves shows true dedication. Most importantly, I have learned that there will always be people in your corner, guiding you and cheering for you as you prepare to accomplish great things. I am sure most of us would not be here today preparing for our next step in life, if not for those who have helped us. If we were to ask them what to expect as we prepare to move forward through the world, they would tell us that the responsibility of making things better is now in our hands, because life is not easy, and sometimes the world sucks. The diploma we receive today is testament to our hard work and motivation to reach our dreams. We each have life goals, and no one but ourselves should keep us from reaching them. The only way we can accomplish these goals is to continue to pick ourselves up after every fall, because it's not just our grades that got us here. It was our resilience and motivation that made it possible. Along the path to our dreams, I do not doubt that we will fall short and fail, perhaps stumbling many times. It is easy to get discouraged, and it is easy to give up and settle. Do not let others define your success or tell you that your failure means you should give up. Failure does not mean you have lost. It means you have learned, and it allows you to try again until you get it right. As you move forward in life, I hope that you will not fear failure, but embrace it as part of the journey. We have all made mistakes, but those low moments have allowed us to learn and reach the place we are now. We often fear the consequences of failing along the path to our goals, but allowing that fear to keep us from reaching life's ultimate successes is a far greater consequence. Remember, you have beaten the odds already. You have persisted through challenging trials and proven time and time again that you are a force to be reckoned with. Santiago Canyon College, graduating class of 2020 and 2021, you are amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you, Carlos Cruz. I would now like to welcome Mike Taylor, Vice President of SCC's Academic Senate, who will introduce our faculty speaker.
Thank you, Interim President Vargas. Today's speaker was one of several SCC faculty nominated for this honor and ultimately selected by a majority vote from the graduating class. Criteria used to select the speaker include academic excellence, ability to motivate students, a commitment to student success, and this year's special criteria of the most fabulous mustache. Please join me in welcoming your 2021 faculty speaker, Professor Rick Adams.
Thank you, Mike, for your kind introduction. Appreciate that. Hello, everyone. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to speak with you tonight, and I'd like to acknowledge the various dignitaries and other important people and contributors to this event. It is a singular privilege to stand here. And look at us, Angel Stadium. Really? How seriously cool is that? You're all done graduating, and for one maybe fleeting moment, you shouldn't have to worry about papers or tests or projects, and we're present here in the evening shadow of that giant A in the parking lot, almost a sign of goals met, grades in. So tonight, finally, might be my best chance to hand out a few F's. And that is my intention. I have 3 F's to give. The first F is fecundity. Fecundity? This might seem like an unusual word to start off with, and maybe it's a new one to some of you, just when you thought you were through with vocab. But trust me, it's a good one. Fecundity typically refers to fruitfulness or fertility, the capacity of abundant production. And while this might suggest an agricultural application or something related to reproduction, I'd like us to think about it in terms of how you have prepared your minds for critical thought during your time in college. You dare not ignore how fertile and powerful your minds are and should continue to be. We're in a time, as you have already heard tonight and experienced throughout the last year or so, in which critical thought and action are no longer a luxury or the purview of a privileged few. I'd wager that very few graduation speeches this year will fail to mention pandemics or viruses or social upheaval or institutional fractures of many kinds. And perhaps that is also why this is an exceptionally fertile or fecund time. You have spent the last several years training yourselves to think critically, and now you must. Our world, our current cultural moment requires that you understand the difference between fact, speculation, and fantasy. Our world, our current cultural moment, requires that you challenge your sources, check your information, stop the virulent spread of nonsense, conspiracy, and madness. Our current cultural condition requires that you believe again in the virtues and promises of the sacred, of truth, and of worthy institutions, even if they must be retooled or even rebuilt by thinkers and fighters and innovators. Fecundity, your first F, means that your ability to think and act critically is of utmost importance. You are the fertile minds from which new sanity, health, and life will germinate and bear fruit. And from that fecundity, you must continue to rise and reach, no matter where your next steps take you. Your second F is faith. Yes, faith. This might be a surprising word for an otherwise secular commencement speech. But honestly, do we talk about the central place and property of faith enough? Is it a value that belongs only to religious institutions and discourse? I don't think so. When you consider it, we all function with faith at some level every day. Hold on, Adams, you might say. I don't necessarily believe in God, or go to temple, or mosque, or church, or, well, you can fill in the blank. Okay. But for starters, while passing through a green light on your way here, didn't you believe that other vehicles at the crossing would honor the red lights they had? And seriously, how many of you can say that you haven't one or two moments in the last couple years when you tossed up some kind of prayer to the universe while writing a late night paper or studying for a high stakes exam or awaiting the outcome of a project? We all have faith, expressed in essential matters, for sure, and even in the most mundane. So how big is your faith? In what or whom do you place it? This second F, faith, is a central principle for excellent living. You have to have it. You cannot grow if you don't believe in something. And fecundity is dependent upon faith. The productivity of your minds counts on the direction of your gaze in just the same way that a seed finds its way to light. So why not believe in something virtuous, positive, worthy, profound? Fecundity's rising and reaching assumes and relies on faith's light. We need to be wise about the direction in which we rise and reach. Are you putting your faith in things and ideas and people steeped in corruption or false authority or opportunism or self-interest? Or are you looking at, aspiring to something higher and better? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in the value of scientific inquiry and efficacy? Do you believe in the promise of what America could and should be? Do you believe in your own worthiness and dignity and value and voice? And do you believe in these enough that you will rise and reach to make a difference in a world that needs compassion and wit and humor and hope and love? Do you believe in love? Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is gracious, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about and act on these things. Let these be your light, and let your faith guide your fertile minds to the elevation of these things. Finally, your last F, fellowship. I mean by this the very warmest of ways in which we engage and support each other in meaningful relationships. If we've learned one thing over this last year, it's how easily isolation of various kinds can disrupt the very way we are, how we become and remain human. We need each other. I don't think it's a stretch to say that our increased recognition in how lives matter could easily reinforce the simple fact that communal lives matter. So fellowship means finding your people, learning how to love them, and letting them love you. How do we find our people? I might recommend starting by recognizing those who aren't your people. A chief aim of fellowship is the lifting up of the other of thinking, speaking, serving on behalf of someone else's identity, spirit, rights, voice, humanity. Fellowship is initiated in offering oneself in the interest that another or others might thrive. It's the foundation of seeing, hearing, loving, and elevating others. And in return, learning to trust that those in whom you invest might have the same heart and mind for you. True fellowship does not tolerate empty flattery and cannot abide being drowned in the sounds of our own fears, prejudices, self-service, or grievances cycling back to us in social media or partisan echo chambers. Your people should be those who see and speak to your potential, your failings, and your desire to grow. People who know how to call BS on you when you're full of nonsense. People who speak the truth in love. Your people should be those who will stand alongside you while you suffer or fail or fight or celebrate, like tonight. I'll share one formative moment I had early in my teaching career that speaks of fellowship, of the way we find our people and become others' people. I've tried to use this as a guidepost to check my attitude and performance as an educator, as well as a way to take the measure of any person who might become my people. I had a student who struggled with learning and fitting in. That's not surprising considering it was a middle school student. I think many of us remember the various challenges of that time. At 8th grade commencement, she came up to me and gently pressed an envelope into my hand, hugged me, and with an irrepressible grin said, "Thanks, Mr. A, for everything." Then off she bopped to take pictures with her folks. When I finally opened the envelope, I saw a scrap of paper jammed in there with these words on it: "Thank you for your constant rebellion against my defeat." This was how I knew I had become her people, how I had helped her rise and reach to discover some faith in herself and what she might accomplish. Thank you for your constant rebellion against my defeat. I encourage you to think about that phrase. Whom do you have around you right now who are in constant rebellion against your defeat? For whom do you apply the same energy and resource that they might thrive? These become your people, and you become theirs. One of the great privileges of my lifetime has been teaching and serving at SCC. Here, I have found many of my people. I have experienced true fellowship. I look out at you, so many former students. You, some of my closest friends. You, my family and friends seated here tonight to support these graduates. and me. And I know I have found my people. I am blessed. I hope you take a moment to celebrate your people too, as they celebrate you, as they should and naturally would. At SCC, we're fond of saying, what happens here matters. You can read it all around in a big circle. And it does, and has. But as I conclude, I'm imploring you to recognize that what happens with you out there in a world that desperately needs you matters more now. Even if you've spent most of your academic lives trying to avoid F's, tonight I ask you to remember these three: fecundity, faith, and fellowship. I believe they may offer significant resistance, even inoculation, against hopelessness, despair, impotence, ignorance, and defeat. I believe that with these three F's pursued and realized in your lives, you cannot fail. How can I be so sure? Just look at me. I'm 1,000,000 years old and graduating alongside you, commencing, if you will, into retirement. But I've attempted to live a life guided by these F's. In all humility, I feel I can recognize their fruit when I see it. I know what I see when I look out at you. I see life. I see potential, grit, spirit, hope, and love. I see the energy and salvific power of the changes that you can execute and victories you will win with your own fecundity, faith, and fellowship. I believe in you. I celebrate you. I honor you. I trust you. Now go and get it done. My time is up, and I must cease. I bless you. May God bless you, and may you walk always worthy of your calling. I sign off tonight with a living emoji, the heart mustache of affection and respect. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Professor Adams. It is now my honor to introduce our keynote speaker for the evening. Marvin Martinez was appointed to lead the Rancho Santiago Community College District in July 2019. As head of one of the largest community college districts in the state of California, Chancellor Martinez oversees a district comprised of Santiago Canyon College, Santa Ana College, a Sheriff's Academy, Fire Technology Academy, Digital Media Center, and continuing education sites. Chancellor Martinez has a career that spans decades in the California community college system, where he has been dedicated to ensure quality education and success for community college students. Chancellor Martinez previously served as president of East Los Angeles College, president of Los Angeles Harbor College, provost of Santa Monica College, and dean of business and industry at Cerritos College. He is a member of the board of the chief executive officers for California Community Colleges, a member of the College Board's Community College Advisory Panel, and was recently appointed to the Chapman University Ataya College of Educational Studies Advisory Board. Chancellor Martinez began his educational journey at Long Beach City College before transferring to UCLA and earning a Bachelor of Arts in English and a master's degree in urban planning. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Chancellor Marvin Martinez.
Hello, good evening, everybody. How you doing so far? Everyone, please stand. It's the 7th inning stretch. Stretch out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's stretch a little bit. Class of 2020, class of 2021, congratulations. Yes. Thank you for the introduction, President Vargas. And as I stand here in front of SEC student body, I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation for President Jose Vargas in serving as the interim president of Santiago Canyon College during one of the most challenging and historic years the college will ever experience. For guiding our institution through this last year, let's give President Vargas a round of applause in appreciation of his leadership. Greetings to our Rancho Santiago Community College District Board of Trustees, our distinguished faculty, staff, and administrators, and a grand salute to all the students here tonight. You made it. Congratulations, class of 2020 and class of 2021. You are a strong and powerful class to be reckoned with. You survived getting through the pandemic to arrive to this day. And as I look into the crowd, I can see you have some very special people and loved ones supporting you along the way. To present them with a public display of appreciation, I would like to ask all the graduates to please stand. Turn your guests here today, and let's acknowledge your family members, your loved ones who are here today, and sacrifice have so much as for you. So again, thank them all. All right, thank you, students. Represented here on the stage and in the dugouts are some very special people who are also to be commended for their behind-the-scenes work. From our board members who explored and implemented new policies to keep our campuses open, our faculty who took immediate action to transition to remote learning instruction, to our classified staff and management that accommodated students to be on campus for lab work, sports conditioning, access to the library for studying, or to attend limited face-to-face classes. We all took a part in ensuring you reached your destination as the pandemic wreaked havoc around the world. COVID-19 may have hijacked many of your plans, caused you to take a detour, and in some cases may have impacted you for suffering from a loss of a loved one. But we're all here in admiration and recognition of your strength and tenacity. Your unwavering persistence and resilience is a sign of the courage you found to overcome adversity. You have demonstrated that nothing will hold you down or restrain you from moving forward. With this past year of trials and tribulations that unexpectedly landed before you, you stayed the course, proving that you can get through a hardship to attain what you want. You have made your mark. As the great Nelson Mandela once said, there is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you're capable of living. We're all capable and deserving of a good life, a life that makes us happy, fulfills our needs and our passions, a life that we imagine through our dreams and set out to realize. I can share a firsthand experience that led me to where I am today and how I ensured that nothing would get in the way of reaching my goals. I found out at an early age that I would be the only one holding me back if I allowed it. I was born in Central America and migrated from El Salvador to the US with my family in the 1970s. We arrived to the Big Apple in New York with big dreams and hopes of establishing a better life for ourselves. I was 9 years old. and placed in elementary school. During that first year, I was shy and tried to assimilate as best as possible, attempted to make friends and learn the English language. Sorry, everybody. Back in those days, there were no ESL classes available, and as much as I tried, when my parents received my first year's report card, they told me that I shouldn't advance to the next grade level. They recommended I stay back and repeat the grade because I could not speak, read, or write English well. Like many of you here tonight, my parents pushed me to continue the course, Sigue Adelante. They highly value education and know that it's one of the things that can help us to lead a better life. So they insisted that I be given a chance and pretty much see if I would sink or swim. The next year, my report card indicated that I was doing better, and I continued to move on. I was elated. What I learned was that as students, we adapt, and we, along with newfound friends and mentors, we overcome. As I continued through 12th grade, I ended up in the West Coast in Long Beach. While a senior at Wilson High School, I enrolled at Long Beach City College and completed 10 units of foreign language during the evenings. That was my introduction to community college, a system I later came to really appreciate that helps students with their transition into higher education. I was accepted into UCLA. I was informed that I was already ahead of my first quarter, having completed 10 of 12 units that were transferred in from the community college. In selecting a major, I thought back to my experience with the English language, and it became a challenge for me to master it. I went on to earn my bachelor's in English. That was followed by a master's degree and the start of a doctorate from UCLA. But life happens. I married and decided to have kids, which put my doctorate plans on hold. But I never let that hold me back or let it impact my ability to lead. We're all capable of being who and what we want in life. Having served in various leadership roles, I've learned to implement a four-pronged process for success that you can take with you tonight and apply to reach your goals moving forward. Number one, practice your social skills. Knowing how to interact and deal with different personalities, respectful and difficult people, you're able to maneuver your way around to work with those who are willing to collaborate with you and make a change for progress. Number two, plan your steps strategically. Like a chess game, scan your environment. Consider your next move by anticipating the move of your opponent. By thinking ahead, you can move ahead successfully. Number three, develop and perfect your political savviness. This is the ability to maximize and leverage relationships you encounter. Leaders with political savvy are able to avoid landmines, enhance their effectiveness at work, improve their team's performance, and their own opportunities for career investment. And finally, number four, learn to persevere. Every one of you here tonight knows the importance of this one because you've applied it this year. You can achieve what you want and attain your goals by never giving up. Graduates, these set of skills will help you make your mark. Implement a personal plan, follow the process, and master it. A successful approach will help you become a leader for tomorrow. Your college experience at SEC will be compared to no other. Everything from here out will seem a lot easier to do. So how do you take this incredible experience and all those skills assets to make your mark? Through our life experiences, you become a different person. We all go through a transformation, personal, intellectual, you mature. You need to reflect on who you were when you started here and who you are today. May you never forget who and who got you here. Most of you might say that you're a different person now, and hopefully that new you will drive you forward. You have truly earned your certificates and degrees tonight, and we'll get down in the history of Santiago Canyon College as a special class like no other. On behalf of every one of our administrators, board of trustees, my cabinet members, faculty and staff, you are the strong leaders of tomorrow, and you have made your mark. Congratulations, class of 2020 and class of 2021.
Thank you, Chancellor Martinez, for sharing your story, delivering your message, and for your kind words. Now, please join me once again in welcoming Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs, Martin Stringer, who will introduce the recipient of our Faculty Excellence Award.
Thank you, Interim President Vargas. At this time, I would like to introduce the recipient of this year's Faculty Excellence Award. This award honors the best examples of academic excellence from our distinguished instructional staff as determined by students and peers. I am proud to introduce this year's Faculty Excellence Award recipient, Professor, Articulation Officer, and Counselor, Leonor Aguilera. Please stand to be recognized. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Arlene Satele, Vice President of Administrative Services, who will introduce the recipient of our Distinguished Classified Award.
Hello. The Distinguished Classified Award is a prestigious honor that recognizes the SEC classified employee who best exemplifies their dedication, work, and team performance, and is an inspiration to the campus community. I am honored to introduce our Distinguished Classified Award recipient, Ana Isabel Garcia. Please stand and be recognized.
Thank you, Vice President Satele, and congratulations to those individuals who have truly made a difference at Santiago Canyon College. And now that we have the formalities out of the way, it is time to accomplish our central purpose for this ceremony. Vice President Mike Taylor, will you join me?
As the Vice President of the Academic Senate, and in conjunction with the Interim President Vargas, I am pleased to present to you the graduating class of 2021 and class of 2020.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Rancho Santiago Community College District and the State of California, and acting upon the certification of the faculty, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts, the degree of Associate of Science, and/or the high school diploma or equivalency with all the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and distinctions thereto pertaining. At this time, faculty members Rosa Salazar de la Torre, Juliana Saldivar, Marianne Laney, and Ian Woodhead will position themselves to read names. We will first recognize our graduates who are receiving their high school diploma or equivalency. Graduates, please come forward.
Monica Gomez. Laura Salas. Mirna Taracena Aviles. Yesenia Perez. Luz Restrepo. María Sánchez. Okay. Oh. Francisca Romo. María Crespo. Antonia G. Castro. Manuel Flores. Giovanni Pineda. He needs to be first. David R. Silva. Evaristo Camacho Salinas. Jan Ni Ka Che O Un. Gabriela Lopez.
Does she know I'm on?
Maria Jordan. Diana Alcantar. April Napolis. Kimberly Talamantes.
It's got to be fast enough.
Sonia Berumen.
We're going to wait until all those they've gone.
Mario Bustos.
Carlos Cruz.
Andrew Lucero. James Lee. Joshua Chu. Carlos Alvarado Muñoz. María Berumen. Lena Gorgeous. I know. Janaiba Mendy. Priscilla Randon. Alicia Zamora. Jennifer Reyes. Marisol Villagran. Soraya Hernandez. Rachel Collins. William Doe Trin. Josefina Alonso. Jennifer Carrillo. Gabriela Calderón. Sarah Chambers. Anita Rosas. Alejandra Ramírez. Rosa Elizabeth Nieto. Nicolás Hernández. Natalie Lozo. Antonio Garcia. Rachel Sigford. Valerie Gaviria. Lady Diana Martinez. Brenda Mendez. Okay, what number are we?
Delilah Chavez.
Carlos Cruz.
Nancy Vieira.
Henry Gardner.
Tina Branul.
Nicole Samia.
Jahira Lareos.
Kathleen Franks.
Brian Alfonso.
Grace Whitting.
María Isabel Neri Romero.
Alex Chapin.
Vanessa Herrera.
Victor Guzman.
Stacy Montoya Chavez.
Brianna Diaz.
Naomi Diante Castillo.
Grace Brown.
Marisol Leal.
Dylan Gonzalez.
Joshua Chaires.
Annabelle Lopez.
Janet Ikeda.
Miriam Grande.
Sarah Sirasian.
Carla Pacheco.
Elena Sei.
Williams Baega.
Lily Sayed.
Elizabeth Luvano.
Jacqueline Quesada.
Zoe Tapey.
Brenda Luna.
Daniel Benitez.
Jacqueline Paredes.
Kambe Hiskia.
Sean Jair N. Bustista.
Jesse Machuca.
Heidi Macedo.
Gilbert Garcia.
Ariana Rosales.
Jessica Martinez.
Nicolás Jardín.
Irfan Hamid.
Jordan Williamson.
Ana Rivera.
Ashley Lozano.
Jillian Dyker.
Crystal Hernandez.
Amia Rivas.
Isabel Casillas.
Alyssa Baltiera.
Frank Salgado.
Sabrina Rivera.
Jordan Giuseppe.
Viviana Veja.
Joshua Galvez.
Sarah Howell.
Heriberto Ángeles.
Stephen Besney.
Amber Alanis.
Ava Ising.
Guadalupe Martínez Sánchez.
Serena Rhodes.
Kiana Pareda.
Matthias Marcucci.
Heather Michelle Nees.
Andre Isa.
Kenia Areli Arreaga.
Natalie Gonzalez.
Cameron Livero.
Asal
Berlin
Benamzadeh.
Berlin Bullock.
Brianna Ceballos.
Oscar Rodriguez Sr.
Christian Berber.
Lorena Barrera.
Joshua Ortiz.
Cynthia Ávila Serna.
Leslie Garcia.
Alex Mota.
Sheila Garcia.
Divina Almaraz Casas.
Sarah Dorr.
Patricia Rivera.
Gary McCready.
Stacy Billingsley.
Dagny Parayao.
Brendan Bautista.
Kevin Lucier.
Axel Hernandez.
Emmeline Perez.
Kelly Gibson.
Sean Zadie.
Christopher Orozco.
Cole Humphreys.
Araisa Ojonkai.
Maria Duarte.
Brianna Mora.
Leslie Cuevas.
Virgil Griffin.
Jordan Mares.
Evelyn Badillo.
Susana Arriaga.
Jaime Salazar.
Faris Soliman.
Alyssa Walters.
Marco Garcia.
Brooke Valencia.
Julius Landon.
Sogol Dagigi.
Annalisa Medina.
Rachel Weber.
Caitlin Phillips.
Paul Garcia.
Ivan Barrera.
Annabelle Tran.
Taylor Jacobs.
Alec Nillo Tienvale Colacoan.
Paola Noemi Vega.
Devin McKee.
Leticia Brito.
Shekinah Felizardo.
Madeline Aguilera.
Natalia Ramirez.
Emily Mansour.
Naomi Alejandra Vasquez Lopez.
Maritza Esquivel.
Ruth Sanchez.
Teun Juan.
Judy Elder.
Yvette Barajas.
Jordan Nenmer.
Diana Woods.
Victoria Ochoa.
Joshua Costello.
Deanna Rodriguez.
Mursal Muhammad.
Mariana Bartes.
Alexander Zambrano.
Janice Hoy.
Jacob Games.
Azucena Razo.
Alicia Corrigan.
Uriel de Leon.
Brenda Arias Solis.
Ben Malimba.
Lauren Demore.
George Perez.
Joseph Enrico Buenviaje Rivero.
Leslie Pascual.
Montserrat Zamora.
Diana Tellez.
Spencer Hardage.
Jonathan Herrera.
Danelle Spagnolo.
Kyle Gorney.
Gabrielle Aranda.
Dulce Paez.
Lisbeth Urrieta.
Bretza Reyes Carrera.
Emily Huang.
Emma Berber.
Christina Morley.
Yvette Velasquez.
Rafael Espinosa.
Alyssa Nguyen Vasquez.
Misael Ojeda Arroyo.
Victoria Lara.
Esteban Moreno Ruiz.
Christopher Broiled.
Jose Salazar.
Amy Aguilar.
Adam Ahmed Harb.
Chantel Suazo.
Sina Ahmed Harb.
Andrea Cruz.
Taylor Apichela.
Lance Randall.
Zachary Barry.
Yolisa Baitin.
Kyle Anderson.
Michael Gary.
Leslie Amezcua.
Julia Walker.
Tyler Corliss.
Julie Kalia.
Tyler Hanwinyu.
Divnor Kaur.
Shalin Barmhat.
Shanvir Sundo.
Kayla Aldana.
Abner Castrillo.
David Hernandez.
Jose Villarruel.
Alexis Ortega.
Diana Portillo Bruno.
Joshua Lockman.
Anayeli Cruz.
Naomi Roberts.
Mariana Luevano Tali.
Daniela Diaz.
Kimberly Fernandez.
Alondra Aguilar.
Amanda Wukongwitz.
Samantha Marmalejo.
Evelyn Arce.
Elizabeth Castellanos.
Lisa City.
Sandy Damian.
Betsy Avila.
Daisy Bailon.
Heather Alvarez.
Kimberly Beru Ite.
Priscila Ayala.
Heidi Dominguez.
Irani de la Trinidad.
Carla Marquena.
Michelle Martinez.
Cesar Guevara.
Jordan Diaz.
Fernando Gaona.
Kevin Bayan.
Boa Murray.
Giselle Luna.
Ariane Solis.
Denise Contreras.
Alejandro Blanco Moreno.
Michelle Aspitia.
Naomi Forgay.
Andrew Nolan.
Evangelina Medina.
Cindy Fan.
Leila Olfati.
Flavio Hernandez.
Brianna Rios.
Samantha Pierce.
Ariel Love.
Sydney Mars.
Mervyn Gutierrez.
Alexandria Olivares.
Ethan De La Riva.
Samantha Sanchez.
Andy Mercado.
Alexis Garcia.
Trevor Graham.
Patricia Morales.
Iridian Gutierrez.
Kyla Baldos.
Elaine Marie Vargas.
Aiden Cotto.
Ali Dyer.
Leilani Soto.
Hisum Gavino.
Ángeles Cruz.
Gabriela Pulaski.
Manuel Álvarez.
Morgan Leone.
Heiso Ramírez.
Karina Coronel.
Emma Segovia.
Olivia Fonseca.
Lilian Glenn Rocha Guzmán.
Glenn Singh.
José de Jesús Fonseca.
Lin Truong.
Jared González.
Mui Ho Cho.
Berenice Ramírez Beltrán.
Kelly Ochoa Alzate.
Elizabeth Núñez.
Ratner Riggs.
Kelvin Mamani.
V. Nguyen.
Elisa Lee.
Kimberly Pineda.
Nestor Ortega.
Marco Flores.
Cristina Ortega.
Vanessa Barber.
Mariah Sanchez.
Anthony Lucero.
Jesimar Claro.
Jennifer Hamburg.
Edward Valenzuela.
Tana Agnew.
Leslie Castro.
Marlene Aguilar.
Alice A. Bible.
Sidlali Hernandez.
Sydney Lamorti.
Andrea Martinez.
Alexander de la Torre.
Kimberly Rosales.
Matthew Herrera Klein.
Caitlin Foster.
Bolívar Pineda.
Lucas Erbach.
Kevin Nguyen.
Desiree Morillo.
Alejandro Rodriguez.
Erica Cifuentes.
Megan Hayes.
Vincent Garcia.
Christina Arsenal.
Courtney Hicks.
Sarah Arsenal.
Larissa Bonales.
Brianna Macias.
Dulce Marcelo.
Noel Mojica.
Adriana Gomez.
Ashley Guzman.
Emmy Fong.
Catherine Garcia.
Alini Rosa.
Madison Frost.
Robert Breidenbecker.
Stephanie Segura.
Bradley Jones.
Emily Solario.
Clarissa Marie Velarde.
Janet Garcia.
Rodrigo Carbajal.
Stephanie Flores.
Alexandria Cortes.
Jeffrey Lee.
Julia Zellman.
Ashley Roman.
Josephine Leventon Snell.
Alex Pham.
Majid Elshar.
Chase Ashlyn.
Jasmine Fuentes.
Ashika Patel.
Lizeth Mejia.
Lana Machado.
Angelina Mora.
Jessica Romero.
Cassandra Ewell.
Katie Alvarado Rodriguez.
Benjamin Moore.
Tiffany Martinez.
Alexandra Chavarin.
Mark Cintron.
Alexis Castaneda.
Elizabeth Buenrostro.
Leslie Zamora.
Jessica Ruiz.
Magali Martinez.
Fatima Hernandez.
Mitchell Rincon.
Christian Jimenez.
Justin Mayfield.
Odalis Gonzalez.
Caitlin Cohen.
Lizette Mendoza.
Tristan Acterman.
Sandra Angel.
Shannon Arntz.
Daisy Rangel.
Veronica Cruz.
Michelle Ramirez.
Dioselin Delgado.
Cynthia Robles.
Kimberly Villegas.
Genesis Hernandez.
David Andrew Garcia.
Jacob Eisenga.
Annabella Lewis.
Carla Camarillo.
Jennifer Nguyen.
Zane Aringhoff.
Jordan Gilbert.
Vanessa Cordova.
Jasmine Gilbert.
Jennifer Avila.
Alexis Figueroa.
Naileli Murillo.
Yadira Gonzalez.
Luis Rios.
Joel Navarro.
Sasha Chumpitas.
Jisoo Hong.
Danielle Espinosa.
Sal Martinez Velarde.
Christina Flores.
Caden Munir.
April Guerrero.
Ian Botger.
Kaylee Arevalo.
Ann Baker.
John Campbell.
Michelle Torres Ruiz.
Haley Zambrano.
Diana Duran.
Claire Kum Jin.
Melinda Gents.
Caitlin Johnson.
Brianna Bellis.
Marilyn Parada.
Maxwell Newman.
Abigail Norin.
Jasmine Osorio.
Jose Cepeda.
Thomas Houlihan.
Natalie Pligio Roman.
Jordan Cabrera.
Christine Cornejo.
Michael Agreda. Eileen Ferragrino. Pamela Risner. Marissa Serrano. Catherine Chen. Annabelle Chen. Liliano Valladares.
Just going to allow a few moments for our graduates to make it back to their seats, and then we will resume. Okay, graduates, let's make some noise. And now, I'd like to invite ASG President Henry Gardner to the podium. I also invite student speakers Carlos Cruz and Evaristo Salinas to join us up front to assist us with this important moment in the ceremony. Graduates, it's not over until the tassels have moved from right to left. Henry is going to count for you. Please follow his lead. And at the count of 3, move your tassel from right to left. You want to come this?
All right. Are you ready, everyone? 1, 2, 3.
Family and friends, please join me in congratulating the Santiago Canyon College class of 2021 and the class of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes SCC's 22nd annual commencement program. We hope that you have enjoyed the ceremony. We ask that you exit safely, enjoy the rest of your evening, and have a great summer. Anyway, you're free.